So for the benefit of our guests today, the evaluator's job is to criticize the speaker. Now, criticize doesn't necessarily mean, Don, you know, you were drooling when you spoke or something awful. No, he wasn't. This gives immediate feedback. It tells us what we're doing right and what we're doing wrong. Well, Don got up here and gave his second speech, his very second speech. And I noticed when he gave his very first speech, which was back in the Clinton administration, which is another point here, you can progress at your own pace. There's nobody here, except maybe your mentor and the rest of us, kicking you, saying, come on, get up here and speak. This is coming from a guy who hasn't given a speech now in 6 months. But Don, you gave your second speech and you set a goal. You did a good job on this speech. You came up here with a good attitude. You presented well. You had audience participation. You had gestures. You had voice inflections. All great things. For a second speech, man, that's great, but you've had a couple of years to watch everybody else learn, right? Well, you are learning, so you're doing a good job. I have to pick on a few things. You were reading your speech, and you were reading it as a format of the speech. One of the things, the goals of the second speech is to organize it. Is you get a topic, you have an outline, you organize it, and you present the topic. Well, you were reading the different parts, and it became apparent to me that you hadn't practiced this speech a whole lot. We don't suggest you memorize speeches here, but in giving a speech, it would have been better to practice a few times so you would know that those transitions going from the introduction to the body of your speech, you wouldn't have had to pick up the paper and read the next point. That's kind of a nitpicking point because you did a good job with the speech. The other part was you gave interesting information and useful information, and you had us attached and engaged in the speech. But at the end, it was kind of weak. Where do we go from here? I wasn't quite sure where you wanted us to go. Do we want to disseminate more information about ourselves, or not, or just pay attention? I didn't get your opinion on that, so I considered that was a weak ending. But other than that, good job, and we're looking forward to 8 more from you.
Yay!